Please ask them to come to our class today. Because today class is officially is like our first class, because our first class last week is more to introduction. There's the basic concept about computer system, very basic. I think most of you have already known about that. So today class is actually quite intensive, quite detailed. So I hope all of the students can join and focus. Although it's already 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So how about today? Penat ke? Is it tired today? So many classes?
No.
Oh, relax.
Not really.
Not really.
I have only one class in the morning.
Really tired.
Sleepy.
The time makes it tiring.
Okay, you can bring coffee beside you. Okay. But don't bring pillow, Don't bring bantal. Because I don't know whether you will sleep or not. Okay, so can we start, okay? So today class, because it is already in the afternoon, late afternoon, 4 to 6. So there will be some activities during class, okay? Because the aim is that for you to get the main idea. The rest you can read from the slides, okay? That is the main purpose of the lecture, for you to get the main idea. Okay, I will share my screen now. Okay. Okay, all of you can see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, doctor.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So slide share. Okay. So this is for subject technology platform. I hope you are all in the right courses. Okay, this is for our title today, Central Processing Unit, Memory System and Input Output. But for today's class, we put more focus on Central Processing Unit and how the computer works. Okay, so this is our journey. Can you see that there are 10 topics overall? So we come more in details about the main components in a computer. Okay, so this is okay. So for today's class, basically we will cover these subtopics. Okay, the first one is the fetch and execute. Okay, just want to have pen here. Okay. Okay. So in the CPU, the most important part is the how the machine do this cycle. We call it as fetch, decode, and execute. And then we do not cover a lot about this. We only cover register. We look more cache in our next class, and then we'll look little bit about buses. Okay. Okay. So this is the overview. Okay. So when you search me in the internet, you can find this picture. So how this picture is related to this diagram is that because I am in front a computer like you now. So you actually is a user. So you is a user. So as a user, you double click icon programs, and then what you do is that you actually give instruction in terms of high level language. Okay, high level language. And then what happened is that this language is translated into a machine language. Okay. So then the computer will execute the instruction, and lastly, the result of data will be given back into the user. So this circle is happen every time you click, every time you type something in your computer. This is actually happen inside your computer. Okay, this is the result that we need most from our computer. To get the results, actually, a number of components. So we can see here a block diagram. A number of components are worked together are shown on this block diagram. Okay, the main components, there is a bus here. Okay, so the main component here, which is the CPU, the main memory, and the input-output module are interconnected by bus. Okay, so the first thing is we have to look into the input-output module, because this is very important. This is how the user interact with the computer. So data and instruction need to get into the system and result out. And this is for input output. So this is this input output module play very important role here. And then we also need a storage. So if we talk about storage here, for fetch, execute, decode, execute cycle, it will involve main memory. Okay, so data and instruction were executed in CPU, and this data and the instructions are come from the main memory. Okay, okay, what happened in the CPU? So this is inside CPU. So do you know what is this? Anyone of you know what is PC?
Processor.
Processor, okay.
Central Processing Unit.
Okay, good guess. Nice try. How about IR?
Instruction.
Instruction register.
Okay.
Instruction.
Yes, I is for instruction. Okay, I just put here. So PC here is a type of register. We call it as program counter. Okay, which is very important type of register. So this one is R. We can say that it is for register, but this is special case. There is no R here, just PC. But actually, it is also a type of register. So this is M is memory. So usually when we involve with M, it's we refer to memory in this case. This one is address. How about B? Anyone?
Buffer.
Yes, this is for buffer. Okay. Okay, so I here, correct? It is for instruction register. So all of this, so this is input output for register. So we call it as register. It is the place to hold data in our CPU. Okay. And then we also have here execution unit. In the short form, I think you already know this is ALU, arithmetic logic unit. It is to perform the logical and mathematical operation. Okay. And how all of these components work together to execute an instruction. Oh, you already have here. Have you seen this? The answer is yeah. I didn't realize that. Okay. Okay. Now we would like to know how these components works together to execute an instruction. Okay. Now we have CPU, main memory, and input output module. Okay. This come a very important thing, which is von Neumann architecture. Okay, how an instruction is executed. The well-known architecture is based on von Neumann architecture. It is the name of a person who has proposed this idea long time ago. So there is, you can read the history about that, how von Neumann actually proposed this idea. Okay, so I would like to ask you this question. I just want to test. Okay, any volunteer here that try to okay. Oh, I can call your name. Is Adriana Zainal here?
Yes, doctor.
Okay, so I give control to you. Okay. There is two button here. Fix program computer and store program computer. Okay. And this is in the history, the computer looks like this. Okay. So what do you think? What happens next? Okay, in the history, the computer is like this, where they actually, you can see that there is a plug, there is a plug here. They have to put wire to the plug in order to run a program. Okay, so the programming is done here by connecting wires to plugs because there is no way to store the program at the moment. But now, the von Neumann, this man has proposed a new idea, which is most of the modern computer use this concept, von Neumann architecture. So can you please click which one is now the idea for von Neumann architecture? Is it fixed program computer or is it stored program computer? Can you click which one? Is it possible for you to click that one? Just want to see what happened. Have a problem to click that? Is it okay? I just want to see whether you from
Oh, doctor, cannot click.
cannot click. Okay, you have tried?
Yeah, I've tried it already.
Okay, it's okay. But you choose this one, right?
Yeah, stock program computer.
Why? Maybe you want to share why? Anything, you can throw your idea. It's okay.
I have no idea, doctor.
Okay, it's okay then. So you give back to me control.
How do I do that?
Let me check. Okay, I can stop for you. Okay, thank you, Adriana.
You're welcome.
Okay, so Adriana, I think most of you find this is the answer. Is it correct?
Yes, doctor.
Yes, doctor.
Yes,
Yes.
doctor.
Yes.
Yes.
Anyone want to share their opinions? Why they should this? Why stop program computer? What do you think? Anyone want to share?
Excuse me, doctor.
Yes.
I want to share because I
Mhm.
think right nowadays most of the computers that we are using like laptops and mobile phone, we can bring them anywhere. So it's not like fixed in a place.
Okay. Good try.
And
What's
actually
your
Akil.
Akil. Okay, good try, Akil. So that is one of the characteristics of our new computer platform, right? Because you can see here in this figure, all is stuck in one room. You cannot bring anywhere because this is quite big. It's like the size of a room, and then very heavy. So now one of the term used is mobile. Like you can bring your laptop and your mobile phone anywhere because those things, those platform support this concept. Okay, stored program computer. Okay, so what is actually stored program computer? Okay, it is not fixed. Okay, fixed program computer is this one. It means that when you want to write a program, the programming is done by connecting wires to plugs. Okay, you are going to the low level, to the machine level. You are you are connecting the wires based on the programs that you want to run to the plugs here. Okay, there is no way to store the program at that moment. So that's why von Neumann architecture, he comes with an idea to store that program. Okay, so you don't have to do like this anymore. Oh, okay, you cannot click, right? Maybe something I need to check after this. Okay, never mind. This is nice tries. If you try the first one, fixed one, and this is the answer. The answer is you are using now, most of your computer now is actually based on the stored program computer. Why? So that's why it's become mobile, like your friend said. This is because the program are stored in the storage. Okay. In this storage, we call here is main memory. That's why this concept is called stored program computer, because before this, all the wires, they have to connect wires to plugs because there is no way to store the program at that moment. And nowadays, we are so lucky because the program now are stored in a main memory in our computer. So that's why we can see that we cannot find a computer without memory. There must be a memory there. Okay, whether it's big or small, it must be a memory there, inside your computer. Okay, okay. I think someone of you asked me about textbooks. Okay, sorry, from day to day, I really want to share that, but now I want to share one of the book, which is some of the materials that I use in our lecture. I took from this book, which is Essentials of Computer Organization and Architecture. Okay, Linda Null and Julia Leber. This is the authors for this book. It's quite interesting books. Okay, you can find, yeah, of course, you have to pay for that. But if you are lucky enough, you can find the version which is, I think you know what I mean by that. Okay.
Doctor, can you please repeat the title of the book?
Yeah, you can see from the. Can you see that in my slide?
Yes,
This
Doctor.
slide?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, doctor.
Okay, this book. This is one of the book. Okay, I also refer to another book, but for today class, most of the figures, for example, these figures, von Neumann architecture, I took from this book. Okay, Essential of Computer Organization and Architecture. So, why we need to understand von Neumann architecture? Okay, this is very important for all students in IT, in computer science, in software engineering. They really need to know about this von Neumann architecture. So when somebody asks you what is von Neumann architecture, you must know the answer. Okay. Okay. In this architecture, the characteristic that support the stored program is that it must has main memory. Okay, and then the main memory is to hold the program. Hold the program. Okay. And then what we have here, we also have central processing unit, or in short, we call it CPU. And all of you have identified your CPU in your laptop, right? So what is inside the CPU? So in the CPU, this is very important component, control unit, or we call it CU, the control unit. And then this is just now, I talked about ALU, arithmetic logic unit. And then this is register. Okay, program counter, and then we have MAR, memory address register, memory buffer register, and then we have CIR instruction register. So there are actually many more, but this is one of these are the importance register in order to execute the instruction. Okay, and lastly, of course, our input output system. For example, the monitor, okay, and also mouse, the mouse. All right. Okay. So the next thing, which is very important, is this one: how machine works. Okay, until now, any questions so far from you? You are still with me?
So far, so good.
So far, so
Okay.
good.
So if you do have anything,
here.
you can just ask me, okay? Okay, this diagram also, I took this diagram from that book, the von Neumann architecture. So the same components we see here. So how is actually these components can be used to run program, okay? So the most important that you need to learn is fetch, decode, and lastly, execute. Okay, this also known as von Neumann execution cycle, or fetch, decode, execute cycle. So this describe how the machine works with 4 steps. Okay, so this is very important for you to know. When I say important, it means that during the test, it might be us. Okay, because we want to know. This is the basic knowledge that every student must know, the von Neumann architecture, the fetch, decode, execute cycle. So make sure you do understand. But don't worry, we do have activity today. So I hope in the end of this class, you already grab the idea. Okay, so there are 4 main steps. We look at the first step here, fetch. Okay, this is quite technical. It's okay then, because we will go through a number of examples until that you will get the main idea. Okay, fetch. Fetch in Malay like ambil kan, take, ambil. So control unit here will do some fetching. Okay, we call it fetch. In Malay, ambil sesuatu daripada memori. We want to fetch the instruction from the memory using the program counter to determine where the instruction is located. Okay, so the program counter here play a big role here. Okay, I just mention that first. Okay, when you have fetched the program, okay, you fetch the program. So I can call this program as instruction. Because what is the program? What is a program that you wrote in during your Java class? Okay, you have in the whole semester, I think you will write a lot of programs if you want to master the programming skills. So what is a program? A program contains a list of instructions. You write a program, but it's actually instructions. If you use Java, it is instruction in terms of high-level language. Okay. This is if you use Java. But the computer doesn't understand this one. So that's why, if you remember in our the first few slides in our class today, we talk about the high level language translated into the machine language. So what is in the main memory is machine language. Okay, this is what has been translated. So the instruction in the form of machine language, we will fetch into your central processing unit. And remember, in the central processing unit or CPU, the storage, the temporary storage is called register. So the register, for example here, memory buffer register, will hold the data that been fetched from the main memory. Okay, so that is the first piece, fetch. Fetch means that you take something from the main memory and put inside the CPU. That is the easy way to talk about that. Okay, but when you want to take something, it involves control unit, because control unit is like traffic officer. Okay, police traffic. It control the traffic. So because there is not every instructions you must put in the MBR, in the CPU. There must be a sequence. So who control that? The control unit. Okay. So when the control unit has fetched the instruction, took the instruction to the central processing unit, what happens next is decode. So the instruction is decoded into a language that the ALU can understand. So when you fetch the instruction here, go inside the CPU. So basically, it will be decoded to be it will be decoded into a language that ALU can understand. So that is the second step in the cycle. Fetch, you took the instruction from the memory, go to the CPU, decode. Next, the instruction is decoded into a language that CPU can understand. So how about execute? So execute involves two steps here. Okay, the first step is based on the instruction. Okay, so if the instruction here from the memory said that, oh, we need to take data from the main memory. So we need to fetch this data into the CPU so that the ALU can execute. Okay, and lastly, the ALU execute the instruction and places the results in register or memory. Okay, whether the ALU put a temporary result in here, accumulator, or it put back in the main memory. Okay, that is the basic idea how machine works. Okay, don't worry, I will give more examples after this. Okay, okay, before we go in details, we need to know more about the component inside this. Okay, so we can see that register inside the cycle. So what is register actually? So from the the UKM folio, I have I has uploaded the lecture notes. You can find more information about register. But in our class, I will only extract the main information. So if you want to know more, you can read from the lecture notes. Okay, I already uploaded in the UKM folio. Okay, thank you for one of your friends because she said that the formatting is not okay. So actually, I have uploaded again another version which is okay than before. So I hope you can download the the latest one. Okay. So what is register? Okay. So I put color there. Red, green. This is uh, ungu apa bahasa Inggeris? What is ungu in English? Purple.
It's
Sorry. Okay, purple and lastly is blue. Okay. There are a number of register and each register has a specific rule. So they have their own name. This is the most popular one, PC. Why? Because it register. Because this register holds the address of the current instruction being executed. Okay. In Malay we call semasa. Okay, arahan semasa, or in English we call it current instruction being executed. This is very important to your CPU can keep track. Okay, now which instruction need to be executed? So PC counter hold that information. Okay, so another important one is CIR, which is current instruction register. And this one is holds actual instruction being executed currently by the computer. Okay, so if you talk about instructions, so when the computer executes something, this must be inside the CIR first. Okay, because the ALU will look into the will execute based on the code. So I will opcode. We will learn more about this in next lecture. Okay, next one we have lecture 3, ISA, Instruction Set Architecture. We will look more about this one, opcode. So opcode is the instruction that understand by your ELU. Okay, I will explain more after this. Okay, memory address register. This is very important because let's say the control unit want data. Okay, do you know that do you know where I live now? Any one of you have idea?
No.
Bagi doktor.
No.
Lagi? Okay.
bagi
For the last 8 years, I live in Bangi. Okay. But now I live outside the PKPB area. Do you Lenggeng?
No. Negeri Sembilan.
Yes. So Lenggeng is the border between Negeri Sembilan and Selangor. So if you know where this is a new area, so when I order some from the internet, sometimes they don't want to send the item to my house. I don't know why. But when I order parcel or I buy things from the internet, they need to know my address, right? Okay.
Yes.
So number X. Just to mention you that actually before this, I've been through for quarantine for 2 weeks. Okay. Any of you have done swab test?
Me.
You?
Yes.
Okay, I've gone through this swab test because I've close contact with immigration officer here. It's okay then. So the whole like 15 families here have been for quarantine for 2 weeks. That's just to share with you related to our current. Just stay safe, okay, everyone. Don't go to the shopping mall. Okay, so when I talk about this one, we need to know the address. Okay, when the Grab food or want to, there's no Grab here. But if they want to send something here, they must know the address. So this is a row in my taman. There are a number of house here. So this house is x minus 1. This house is x minus 2. Okay, x minus 3. So you can imagine this is like your memory. Okay, all the memory must has address, because without address the CPU doesn't know how to interact with the memory. So so when the fetch execute cycle fetch, when the control unit want to fetch add data instruction from the memory, they must know the address. So there will be address inside for each row of your memory. So this address is stored in memory address register. Okay, so you know in a computer there has bus, we call it bus. So if the bus want to go there, the bus must know the address, and they must get the information about address from this register, which is memory address register. Okay, you get the idea there? Why we need address here?
Yes.
You still with me, right?
Yes.
Yes, doctor.
Yes,
Okay.
doctor.
Still here.
Any question?
Um. So the reason that we need address is the for under PC or memory address register.
Okay. So this is the main memory.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So they will be addressed here.
Hmm.
Okay. Maybe this is x, x plus 1, x plus 2,
So
x
there will
plus.
be multiple address.
Yes. Until if you have a big memory, so the address will be bigger.
Okay.
Okay. So when the control unit want to get, so inside the memory is instruction, right?
Yeah.
And also remember, main memory also contain data.
Hmm.
Okay. So instruction, they want to execute a program, so you need which program, because that's why they call random access memory,
Yeah.
RAM,
Hmm.
because the instruction is put in random, so we
Hmm.
don't know which one should we start first.
Mm-hmm.
So how to go which address is based on the information from memory address register, because
Oh.
it will contains the address whether it is x, x plus 2. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
can get it?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Thank you for your question. Okay. So lastly, another important one is memory buffer register. Okay, sometimes known as the memory data register. Okay, it will hold a data value that is being stored to retrieve from the memory location. Okay, so you will see how this works. Okay, so every time you took from memory, let's say the instruction, it will go first into memory buffer register. It's like a buffer. Okay, and then whether it will go to CIR or any further steps. But first, anything from the memory, it will go first into memory buffer register. Okay, why we need to know all these registers? Because we want to know how fetch, decode, execute works. Okay, we want you to get idea when you run some programs. For example, you compile and then you execute, maybe your hello world.java. What is actually happen is that all the registers play their roles in order to execute your program. Okay. Okay, that is about register. We have looked into another thing, which is very important for your fetch execute cycle. Okay, if you still remember that to connect between CPU, memory, and input output, there must be some, we call it as path. Okay, so in computer, there is actually a group of wires. A group of wires. Okay, so this group of wires is actually the components that connect between all the components inside your computer, especially in your motherboard. Okay, so if you look in our first lab, you have seen that the location of the CPU is not in the same place. Okay, CPU in one place and then your main memory in another place, and then they are connected together in the motherboard. So actually in the motherboard there is a path there that connect input output module, whether it's a cable or whether it is on the board, is actually a group of wires that transmitted from one part of a computer to another part of the computer. So why we need to know this bus? Because it play a role in fetch, decode.
Doctor, your mic is muted.
Doctor, your mic is muted.
Doktor, mic mute.
Doctor, your mic is mute.
Doctor, your mic is mute.
Okay,
Okay,
dah lama
okay.
ke mute?
Agak lama.
Ha?
Ya,
Dah lama ke?
Tak lama pun.
tak lama sangat lah.
Oh tidak, penat je saya cakap. If there is no sound from me, please let me know early. Okay. Bus, right? You want to have a break for a while?
Boleh.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay. So we have
Yes.
10 minute breaks. Okay, you calculate 10 minutes from now, and then we continue after 10 minutes. Okay? All right, see you again after 10 minutes.
Okay. Okay, bye-bye, doctor.
Doctor. Doctor, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, and
For me, I am a second year student, and because of some time clash, and Dr. Lila told me to join the IT group.
Okay. Have you joined the Microsoft Teams group
No,
for
just
IT?
can you help me to send the code to me?
Okay, you don't
Oh,
have the link, right?
yeah, I don't have the link.
Okay. I will where is our class? Which group? IT one or IT two?
I think they have the same time. I have no idea
Yeah,
which group I am joining.
just because for
One, I
lab,
choose one.
so you choose one, okay?
Yeah.
IT one. I think you have a WhatsApp me, right? WhatsApp or email me?
Yeah, I
Info?
WhatsApp you and email you.
Okay, sorry for that. I will share the link with you. Just remind me again. Sorry. You
Okay.
just I think you can find from the general uh, from this group, the information of the group.
I can find it. In fact,
Okay, you just join and I will share again. Or anyone here can share the link again to your friends.
okay, thank you, doctor.
Okay, thank you. And also, okay.
Doctor, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Will you be uploading this slide by tonight?
This slide?
The slide just now, the updated one.
Yeah. Is you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, I have uploaded here. In UKM Folio, you go to here, activity for lecture 2, and then you can find here, lecture with activity, this one. Okay, so it's already there in the UKM Folio.
All right, thank you, doctor.
Okay. Okay. Can we continue our class?
Yes, Doctor.
Yes,
Doctor.
Doctor. Yes, doctor.
Okay, good. All right. So we come to the slide 14. I will share the slide. Okay.
Doctor,
Yes.
can I ask about the UK folio a while?
About UKM folio. Okay. What?
Yeah. In activity for lecture 2, right?
Hmm?
There's a question how machine works in detail.
Yeah. There is
And
activity after this.
after this, okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, because the due date is 6 p.m.
Yes.
That's
That's
why.
why it will be a short activity because our class in the pukul 6 kan at 5 to 6.
Okay.
We need you to do something. Okay.
Okay, doctor.
All right. Atra, right? Your name? Okay.
Yes,
So,
doctor.
okay, thank you, Natra. Just now, we look about data about bus. Okay, like in UKM. Oh, okay, because you are not in UKM. So in UKM, we have uh, let me check first. I just borrow the pen from my daughter. Okay, so that's why the drawing pen. Do you have one, all of you? Drawing pen?
No.
I have one.
No.
I don't have.
This is the first. This is the first time that I use a drawing pen. It's quite interesting. There is some which is not very expensive. Okay, so that's why you see
Tablet,
that.
doctor?
Yes.
By drawing pen, do you mean drawing tablet?
Yes. Drawing pen. Yeah, correct. Do you have one?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good. I'm quite excited because this is the first time that I use it. I borrow from my daughter. He likes to draw cartoon. Okay, 30 years old. Okay, just continue. Sorry for that. So, data bus, address bus, and control bus. So each bus they has their own path. Okay, they cannot uh, they have their own path. So that's why because they have a specific purpose, they only bring data for data bus. For address bus, only bring address. And for control bus, only bring control signal. Okay. Okay. So why we need data bus is to move data from the main memory to CPU register or from the CPU into the main memory from here to here and from here to here. Okay. So what is address bus? Of course, to hold the address of the data. Okay, like I said before, we have memory. So the address bus refer to this address. This is RAM. This address. Okay, and the control bus carries the control signals that specify how the information transfer is to take place. So in CPU, they have control unit. So the control unit, if they want to communicate with memory, it will send signals. So the signals is given to the memory through the control bus. Okay, so these are the type of buses that you can find in order to make this fetch, this code, execute cycle happen. Okay, So we have looked into the components, CPU, memory, input, output. This is just briefly. And then we have looked into the register inside the CPU. And then we also have looked into the bus. Now we go through how exactly the machine works in details. Okay. So we look here that we need to start with fetch, decode, and lastly execute. Before this, I think we have already go through as a general term, but now we want to look in more details. So fetch, copy the contents of the PC to the MLR. Okay. So let's say there is X here. Okay. During the fetch, what happened is that copy the contents of PC to MLR. So this is MLR. I just give a name here. So first, copy the contents. So this will be X. X inside program counter will go to X in memory address register. Okay, what happened next? Go to main memory and fetch the instruction found at the address in the memory address register. So this is the address. Maybe X is here. Okay. So based on the address here, if we go on address bus to go to that location. Okay. So that means here, go to main memory and fetch the instruction found in the address in the MAR, placing this instruction in IR and increment PC by 1. Okay. So M here means memory. This means that the content inside this location. Okay. So first is, I just write it here. The content in PC is copied into the content in memory address register. Okay. So for example, the content is X. So X will be copied into memory address register. Okay. What happened is that what is the content here? Let's say the content is Y. Okay. So the content in Y, which is M, what is the content in that address X? Okay, remember the address is X. So what is the content of X? It will be go to IR. So the content is X now. I put here is Y. Just put another things. Is it Y? Is there any catchy names? Okay. Maybe this one is Adopt Me. The content game. My children like to play this game, Adopt Me. So Adopt Me. The content here will be go inside IR. So IR here will get Adopt Me. This one, okay, I think I need to use code. Okay, I will explain more and more. Okay, so let's do 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, from 11 to 0, this will go to memory address. This one we'll go to IR. Okay. So we will learn more about this. Like I said before, this will be opcode. Okay. Okay. Adopt Me in machine language is an instruction. Is in a binary. The instruction is in binary within 0 and 1. So I just give anything here until 15. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, sorry, 12, 13, 14, 15. So from 0 until 11, so this part, and this part, okay, this we call it opcode, and this we put in IR. Okay, this we call it address, and this we replace whatever inside in IR. If before this is X, but now this is the new value. Okay, do you get me until now?
I'm quite lost, Doctor.
Okay.
Kind of confusing, Doctor.
Yes,
I
I know.
quite lost at the fetch and the opcode.
Yeah, because based on my own experience before this slides, this part is most of the students get lost. It's okay, you are in the right track. So what happened that just now Natra asked me about that one, so I will go to the activity. Hopefully after the activity you will get more idea. Okay, don't worry. I just explain first to make you know some things. What is it? What is that? So after this, I will give exercise. Okay, and execute. When we talk about execute, we execute based on the opcode here, and then if the opcode said we need something from the memory, so it will use the address given here to take data from the memory. Okay, so that is basically the idea. So okay, I think I discuss this after we end the activity. Okay, I pause it first. I know there will be some question about this, but I think I just pause it first to give you some exercise. Okay, and this is basically the flow. Okay, you will know more about this. Okay. Now, I would like to know your understanding. So go to goformative.com /join and enter this code. Can you do that now?
Okay, Doctor.
Okay, so I will. Okay, so go to goformative.com. Okay, so let me. Okay.
Doctor, we will join as guests, right?
Yes, yes, as guest.
Okay, Doctor.
Correct. Okay, so you go formative.com. But please put Is it you have to give your name there?
Yes, doctor.
Yes,
Yeah.
doctor.
Yes.
Just please put your name, your matric number and name, so that I can actually already.
I've already registered.
Okay, thank you.
Already. My name only.
Name is also okay, because this is one of the way for me to see your participation in class, and also one of the way to see your attendance. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. So actually I can see you. Maybe 5 minutes to do this.
Doktor,
Yes.
video tu kita kena cari sendiri
Wasn't
Video.
it an edu puzzle?
Yes, the same video. Let me check. Yes, any puzzles? Have you done any puzzles? Or you have problems to do any puzzle?
Dah buat dah.
So actually it's referred to any puzzle.
Tapi tak boleh nak tengok balik kan yang ED puzzle tu.
Tak apa. Yang ni jawab je dulu. You just try to answer first. I will share the video after this. Okay. Just to think I just want to know whether you have watched the videos or not, or you get something from the videos or not. Okay, no marks for that. Just want to see your understanding. Semua dah siap dah?
Belum lagi.
Hold up.
Jawab. Kalau tahu jawab je apa-apa.
Okay.
This just want a quick I just want to know whether you get something from the video or not, from the ED puzzle video. That's why it's very important for you to do the tasks that given before the class, so that we can discuss it during the lecture.
Doktor.
Doktor punya mic mute, doktor.
Lalu termute ni Okay. Um, so what is the right answers? If you watch the videos, then you know. Is it 0 or is it 1?
1, doktor.
1.
1.
Are you sure?
One Malaysia.
Are you sure?
Doctor, where should I be looking?
What?
Where am I? Where should I be looking at? Because I kind of lost now.
You mean how to get the answer?
The true answer. Yes.
Yeah, we are now
Three.
discussing. Yeah, we are now discussing the true answer, the correct answers. But okay. First of all, I just browse all the answers. Okay.
Video.
These all the answers. Okay. Okay, so this is for the fetch, right? Fetch. Okay. Okay. What write the values in the register? Okay, and then next. Okay, I know what do you mean by this question, right? Is it the same question? Oh, there is a picture there. Okay. Okay, refer to this video. How many cycles per instructions? The answer is 3. Show your work, like the values in the register. So show your work. Okay. Okay. So when you look into this picture, this is in the fetch. Okay? Fetch. So when the fetch is, it will only load the data. So what happened is that the address, the content of the address will be copied to the instruction register here. Okay? It's only fetch the data. And then MAR will get 6. Do you get me?
I'm quite lost, doctor.
Quite lost, eh?
Doktor.
Okay, then.
Doktor,
Yes?
saya ada satu soalan.
Mm-hmm.
Kan dalam video tu kan untuk setiap fetch decode dengan execute kan dia satu clock tick kan. So satu clock tick tu kira satu clock cycle lah. Yang dia satu ke kanan tu kira satu clock cycle lah.
Itu clock cycles dia. Tapi dia bukan satu fetch, execute, decode cycle. You don't confuse, eh? You don't get confused. Okay? Clock cycle is different than fetch, decode, execute cycle. It means that one clock cycle, one data transmission from one component to another component. One clock cycle, and then will be another activity happen inside the computer. So for the fetch, decode, execute, for a complete cycle, it will take about 3 clock cycles. Yes, 3 clock cycles in order to complete that cycle. Do you get that?
Maksudnya dia bukan macam patah balik baru satu lah.
Dia let me okay lah. What is your name? Sorry.
Mirza.
Okay. To solve this, actually, I don't know how to do it. I wonder whether you can give me a suggestion. Okay, I open my UKM folio. Okay. So now the activity is, I don't know whether we have enough time or not. So for you, is that to work in a group. First of all, you need to watch these videos. These 2 videos is very good videos because when you get to get more information from all those videos and from our lecture today, when it come together, I hope you will get the idea. So watch these 2 videos and then next make your own video how the machine works in details from these slides. Okay, so I just thinking, is it possible to do group assignment? Is it possible? Is it possible for you to discuss among you during class?
Possible.
Any suggestion? Is that happened before?
No.
Okay. So what I'm thinking is that okay. So if you look here, this is one way for me. You will get more understanding about this topic. So how machine works is that for you to do in groups. So can you open your UKM folio? What is already there? Can anyone share your screen? I want to see how your UKM folio looks like for this assignment. Anyone?
Doctor, I will share it.
Okay. Okay. So what is the information there?
Okay, this is the UKM folio. Okay. Course material, lab material, tutorial, and
Go to the activity, please. The last one. The last.
Is it this one?
The last one.
The last one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one. Can you open how machine works in details? I want to see.
It's empty inside. Dr.
Empty?
Yeah, empty.
Okay.
It's just ask us the submission.
Okay. Add submission, please. What happened? I just want to see.
Add submission.
Click there, add submission.
We can add the folder, the file.
Okay. Can you please add?
Add which folder, Doctor?
Oh, it's okay. There is no information about group, right?
No, nothing.
Okay then. Okay. Thank you, Natra, for your sharing. So, because this is my first try in UKM Folio. Okay, so I will share my screen. Okay.
Doktor.
Yes.
Adalah arahan, there's an instruction to do the assignment. Record using MS Teams and share the link here from MS Teams.
Is there any information about groups?
But no, there's no information about groups.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Nurin.
What is group ACA, Doctor?
Okay, so I will explain now. Sorry for that, because I'm thinking to do group works during class, so that you will share among you the ideas. Okay, so group I mean like this. I have set groups for all of you. In this group. For example, group AA contains this student. So do you get this information in your?
Yes.
No, we cannot see each other.
We can only know what is
We
our
cannot
group,
know each
but
other.
we don't know who.
Do you get the information? No.
I get ZA. I can only see my group. Cannot see the members.
Oh, like that. So you know your group. What is your group?
ZA.
What? Z.
ZA. Yeah, Z.
This one.
Yeah.
This is your group, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe next time. Next time you will do it by group. So for today, I think as a homework, what you can do is that to watch these videos, because it's already 6 o'clock, almost 6 o'clock. Okay, and yes.
I think I found the names for the members.
Can you share your screen?
Okay.
Doctor, I still can't find it. The list of the room.
You cannot find it. Yes.
Yeah, me too, Doctor. I cannot find the group.
So
let her share.
Oh, I found it. I found it, Doctor. It's under participants.
So you know your group member. So maybe who wants to share just now, Nurin? Where you can find this?
Under the technology platform. Peserta. Just click peserta.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you, Nurin. So all of you can get that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, Doctor.
Yes, okay.
Yes. Okay, that's good. So for now on, for our class, if there is interaction among groups, so you belong to that group. Is it okay? I just want you have some discussion. So after this, please make your Microsoft Teams, one team for each group. Try to know each other, calling your name. Is it okay?
Okay, Doctor.
Yeah, so that you can mix with other program as well. Actually, it's very interesting. You know, other students from other programs. Okay. Okay. So this assignment, you want to do? Is it okay to do in group?
Yeah, okay, Doctor.
Okay. So you just pick one time, maybe half an hour. But before, I share my screen. Okay.
Also, Doctor, the due date for the how machine work will be changed, right?
Yes, I will change it. Don't worry.
Yeah. So when it will be
before our class next week.
Oh, okay, Doctor.
Okay.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay, welcome. So I hope all of you try to form a teams in Microsoft Teams, and then but before that, before you start a discussion in your group, please watch this video 1 and video 2, and then during the discussion, you make a new record during the meeting. In that record, you try to explain these figures based on your understanding. What is happening here? Okay, I give you examples. Okay, the first step, the content of program counter is loaded into memory address register. You just explain like that. Okay, and then what happens next? We go into the address bus, and then what happened from the here to here, and then what happened here, and so on. How to explain this is based on the lecture note and also based on these two videos. Okay, this is the full videos. Before this, I just put a few minutes, but this is the longer one, so you can go to that videos and watch the full version. Then also watch this full version, and then pick one time among the group member. Okay. Sekarang belum sibuk lagi kan? At this time, you can just pick one time, all free at that time, and then maybe half an hour discuss to provide explanation for this diagram. It means that during in the Microsoft Teams, please share this screen and then explain, record that explanation, and you share the links in the UKM folder. Is it possible to do that? Ya, senyap je ni.
Yes,
Doctor.
doctor. A bit
Okay.
confusing, doctor.
Ah?
Still confused.
Confuse apa?
Doktor. Doktor, macam mana nak tahu yang group member kita daripada kelas mana semua, macam mana doktor?
Think lah. How do you organize that? Any suggestion?
Excuse me, doctor.
Email their address.
That's one of the, because from the UKM folder you can see their
Yes.
personal. You will
Yes.
get their matric numbers.
Yes.
Just their matric number and their emails.
Okay. So it means that maybe one person, okay, contact all to form a teams. Okay.
Okay doktor, boleh doktor.
Boleh. Maybe the top person for each group here, okay, make an effort to email or create a teams. You make group ABA. Okay. For a teams in Microsoft Teams, and then make a calendar there where when to meet. Is it possible? Right. Ada yang confused lagi? You can let me know. We can discuss.
Maknanya nak submit assignment ni, doktor just nak dengar discussion kita orang tentang video tu lah.
Okay, apa yang what you can do is that first of all of you before discussion must listen to this video and also refer back to the lecture notes and then make a time to discuss, but you not record it yet. Okay, after all of you have understand about this concept, you all together maybe interns explain about this diagram. Maybe about 2 or 3 minutes only. Okay? At that time you record. And then you share the recording.
For the submission, Doctor, each one of the group will submit individually.
No, one group only one.
Okay.
Okay? I really want you to understand this because in your tutorial, I think I don't know which tutorial, or maybe in your quiz or your final, there might be question about this. So I really want you to, put some times in understanding this concept. Okay. Okay. Any questions about these assignments?
When this assignment is due, Doctor?
Okay, before our next class, so that I will randomly pick or select any video to play during the lecture. So then we discuss from that. Okay. But make sure you all of the group submit the link before our next class next week.
Sorry, Doctor.
Yes.
This assessment is pretty difficult for us international students. We don't even know how to connect with others in my group.
Yeah, that's why I would like you to think the way to do that.
Doctor,
I
have here to get meet with our member, right? First of all, we can create a WhatsApp group and then copy the link. Maybe I can show my screen. Like I message to all my member the links. They can join the WhatsApp.
Okay.
Rather than emailing them.
Okay.
So I show how I did. Here. I send the WhatsApp link. So like we can meet them easily.
Oh, you can message them here.
Yeah. Do like that.
That's good. Can you size
what, Doctor?
can you make the screen bigger?
Yeah. Like this. I give my WhatsApp the link.
So it means that where you can find this one?
This one we can find at the participant. This is our technology platform. Go to participant. And then our name will come out already, like this. And click at the human picture. Click double time. And here, the message.
Okay.
So we can create a WhatsApp group first, copy the link, and then send here to all of the member.
So you can WhatsApp message each other, right? Here.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can WhatsApp each other here.
And here also we can their email address, what courses they are taking.
Oh, you also have that. Ah.
Yeah, we can
So
know
you know
everything.
each other better, right?
Yes.
Okay, good, good. Okay, thank you, Alia. Not you, Natra. Okay, thank you, Natra. So I think all of you get the idea, right? So you go to participants and then under that you can find your group and then you can message. The group members. Then why I'm saying that this is important because after this, if you have problems in your courses or in anything, any subjects, you can form a group and please discuss because for me the best way to learn is to teach others. Okay, you try to do that. So I hope in this course we start to do the group discussion so that you can proceed with that group for other discussion as well. So Indran, you want to ask question?
Doctor, I have a question. So during the discussion, right, do we have to show our face or just our voice will do?
During the recording session, yes, I would like to see your face so that I will know you better.
Okay, doctor, thank you.
Okay, welcome. Indran value, you want to ask something?
No, doctor.
Okay. Okay, I think all of you will find way to know each other. Okay, you can message like what Natra showed just now in the UKM folio. So there are so many things that you can explore from UKM folio, and try to pick not much time, just 20 minutes or half an hour only. Remember, this is part of your student learning time. Okay, for this course, other than lecture and also tutorials and lab, you need to fill 80 hours for student learning times, your own learning, whether for discussion, to complete your task, okay, for this course only. Because we have 3 credits course, so it means that for this course, you have to put 120 hours for the whole courses, including lecture, tutorial, and lab. Okay, so any more questions? So I think someone asked me about Linux. Sorry, I will get into you about I will reply your email. If I miss to reply, just email me back. Or if you message me, just message me back. Okay? It's okay for me. I'm sorry sometimes I late in replying your email, but you just remind me to reply your message. It's okay for me. I really appreciate if you remind me back. Okay, any more before we
Sorry, doctor.
Yes.
Sorry, doctor. So we just need to contract each other by UCAM folio and discuss the question. Yeah, right.
Yes, and then you create a Teams in Microsoft Teams to do the recording.
Okay. And the assessment is so we after we discussed and we need to have our own idea or opinion. Yes. So last week we show our opinion or right.
Yes, next week. Yeah.
Okay.
Before our next class, I will pick some selected videos to discuss in our class. Okay?
Discuss with you next week. Yeah, right.
In our next lecture.
Okay.
Okay. That's all for today. Just before I end this session, I just want to just a few seconds to let you revise back what we learned so far. So we try to look into the von Neumann architecture, which involve this block diagram. And then the von Neumann architecture is based on stored program computer. Why? Because all the programs will be loaded first in the main memory before being executed by the CPU. That's why we call it as stored memory. Okay, and then how these work together? They are work together as a cycle, which call it as fetch, decode, and execute cycle, and it involves register, involve bus. So that's why if you want to know more in details, I suggest for you to look into these videos and make a short discussion, because discussion is very, very good to understand something which is complex. You can do that also for your programming, and then make a short video, less than 5 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes only, explaining what is happening inside this one. Okay, I think that's all for me. Any last question before we end our class? All clear, right? Anything you can ask me. Don't worry. If you have have problems, if your group members does not respond to you, just let me know. Okay?
Doctor,
yes.
Are we going to stick with the same group members until the end of the semester?
Yes, I'm thinking to do that. No! So you don't have to do again and again the teams. Is it okay?
Okay, doctor.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Okay, nice to see you all today. Thank you for coming to my class. Okay.
Thank you, doctor.
Thank you, doctor.
I'm looking forward for your nice
Thank you,
meeting.
doctor.
Okay.
Thank you, doctor.
Welcome.
Thank you,
Attendance, how are attendance?
Good evening,
Attendance.
doctor.
Okay, bye.
Aku dah hack siapa keluar aku.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, doctor. Bye. Thank you, doctor.